Hey, family, I don't know who this message is for, but this message is for someone. That person who mistreated you, that person who mishandled you, that person who fumbled you, that person is losing sleep over you. See, that person talked a good game. They talked a big game like they were just tough stuff in the midst of the mistreatment, of the betrayal, the things that that person did to you. See, the person misjudged you. They thought that you were just any old person. They thought that you were naive, that you were gullible, that you were all of these things. They thought that you were a pushover, that they can take advantage of you and you would stay. They thought that you needed their validation. And maybe at one point, before you evolved, before you healed, before you started walking with the Lord, maybe you did seek their validation. But see, now to see that you don't need them, you don't need them for anything. You don't need their validation because the Lord validates you. You don't need anything from them, and you're no longer going to tolerate their mistreatment. You're not going to tolerate the abuse, the abandonment, the discard, the love bombing, the games, the manipulation. You are no longer tolerating their shenanigans and their foolery. You've evolved, you've elevated beyond that, and you're in two totally different lanes. You're not going to allow yourself to come back down to entertain them and their nonsense. And see, your silence speaks volumes. Your silence is deafening to this person. Your silence is like it's driving them crazy. Your silence is driving this person insane because now that they've lost you, now that they no longer have access to you, they don't want to do anything else but gain that access back because you're too good of an individual. You are too good of a person. You're kind-hearted, you're generous, you're loving, you're giving, you're loyal, faithful, honest. You're a woman or man of integrity. You're a woman or man after God's own heart. Who wouldn't desire those qualities in a person? That person didn't know what they had until they lost you. They didn't realize what they had until they lost you. And now their greatest fear is that it might just be too late. And for someone, it is. For someone, it is too late because you've given that person chance after chance, time after time again. And the fact of the matter is, you didn't give them chance after chance and time after time because you had to. No, you did it because you wanted to know in your heart that if things didn't work out, you would have a clear conscience knowing that you did everything that you could on your end to fight for the relationship, that you did everything that you could to possibly make it work. You were forgiving. You gave way more chances than you should have given this person because you truly loved them. But the fact of the matter is, this person took your kindness for weakness. They mistook that you actually trying and going all in, they mistook that for weakness. They thought that you felt obligated to them, like you had to stay with them no matter what they did. See, you should never take a person's kindness for weakness because, see, it's not, unfortunately, it's not a lot of good people out here in this world today. A lot of these people, they have relationships all misconstrued. The culture tell you that you should cheat, you should lie, you should play this person for they play you, all of these things. You don't abide by those rules. You walk in alignment with the word of God. See, the word of God says, conform not to the ways of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And you have allowed the Lord to transform you by the renewing of your mind, and he continues to do so. He continues to transform you by the renewing of your mind. You now know your worth. You know who you are because you know whose you are. And seeking the Lord and walking with him and allowing him to transform your mind, you have received revelation and insight as to who you truly are. Who you truly are to him, who he created you to be. And in doing so, you've learned how to create healthy boundaries in your life. And this person didn't respect your boundaries at all. This person continued to try and push and overstep, and you forgave and you tried to hold on until you just couldn't anymore. It got to a point to where enough is enough. And now that you've reached that point, now this person is being tormented by the thought of never being able to have access to you again. Now this person is trying to figure out how they can get back to you, how they can reach back out, how they can open the door to communication, how they can get you to give them another chance. But the fact of the matter is, you gave them plenty of chances. So much so that they took advantage. They took advantage of you. And the time has come to where you've had to put your foot down. So for someone, it's too late. And they're going to have to live with that guilt and that regret for the rest of their life. Because you are the one that got away. You're the one that got away, and you will always be the one that got away for someone. Like I said, for someone, you will always be that one that got away. But it didn't have to be that way. You didn't want it to be that way. You wanted to build a future with this person. You wanted to grow with this person, to evolve with them, to build with them. But they continued to take you for granted, put you on the back burner, put anything and everyone before you. And now that you've cut ties, you've cut communication, you've cut that access off, now you're the only one they can think about. You were the only one that they can think about. I mean, I'm seeing this person pacing back and forth with their head in their hands. They're kicking themselves because they know that you never deserved the mistreatment that they gave. You never deserved the betrayal. You never deserved the lies, the manipulation, the deception. You didn't deserve any of that. You were too good to them. And now that you're gone, all they can do is replay in their minds just how good you were to them. And it's tormenting this person. Once again, like I said, this message is not for everyone. So the person that this message is for is likely going to confirm what God has already shown you. But if you were uncertain as to whether or not it's for you, please take the word back to the Lord in prayer for confirmation as to whether or not this is your word. So I hope everyone have a blessed night. Till next time, family.